Since its first broadcast on July 1st, 1954, the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation has strived to provide quality programming for the people of Fiji. From witnessing the birth of a nation at the signing of Fiji's independence to festival events such as the crowning of our first hibiscus queen, the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation not only records Fiji's history but has also become a part of it.
I started at FBC in 1974. I don't think most of you in this room were present at all. But 1974, it was I was 23 years old at the time, and it was new. Everything was new for us. We were breaking the ceiling, we were breaking the ice, and so we were being introduced into an agenda that was totally different, because not only was the industry new for us as locals, although radio had been around since 1953, but it was also new insofar as issues were concerned. You know, the women's program was concerned on how to clean your diamonds or how to cook potatoes with cream and cheese, and I came talking about women's rights, etc. That was very new. That was also very risque and really quite edgy, and you know, we got wrapped on the knuckles by the churches and by the traditional leaders, but you know, it was time for change for women, and women were leading the way. And we just never stopped. We had the likes of Amelia Rokotuivuna, Taufa Vakatale, we had Patricia Griffin, Arlene Griffin. We had some amazing women, Suliana Siwatimbao, and it was just a pleasure. It was just a pleasure. It was like a meal. You were eating an amazing meal of everything you loved eating, because all the issues were there.
When I left Queen Victoria School, I joined FBC as a trainee announcer in 1968. And during the colonial days, we worked under the Europeans who came from Great Britain. The tradition here in FBC is the general manager had to be someone from the United Kingdom. And we worked under them. It was not easy, because we were supervised by our language departments, but we were overall monitoring, overseeing kind of thing, you know, was done by the Europeans.
Driven by an ideal that blends the highest broadcasting standards with a sense of strong culture and tradition, today FBC's 6 stations, though each with its own dynamic and focus, are synonymous with creating programs that not only educate and entertain, but also enrich the lives of the listeners that tune in.
We have 6 formatted radio stations targeting various age groups. Our commercial stations like Gold FM, Today FM, Bula FM, Mirchi FM ensures that the station is upbeat, energetic and fun in everything it plays and does. Radio Fiji 1 and Radio Fiji 2 public service broadcast stations are presently talk formatted stations with talk shows. We have good listener participation and interaction, and while preparing shows, we are mindful of values and traditions. We maintain standards on air by ensuring each show is well prepared and well researched before presenters go on air. We play songs which are proven hits, familiar to the audience in this market.
These 6 stations may be the front line, but behind them are an entire team of dedicated people that make up the FBC family.
The Human Resources team at the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation is committed to supporting the vision of FBC, and that is to be the premier communication provider in Fiji and the region. We believe that our most important resource is our people. We provide opportunities for our people to grow personally and professionally. We also foster an environment that values diversity, and we increase the success of every employee by facilitating employee development and by building fair, consistent and clear innovative HR solutions.
From its dynamic sales team to FBC's creative promotions team, working closely together to ensure their 6 stations are locked in on everyone's dial.
The organization is made up of 9 key areas: sales, finance, operations, TV, news, radio programs, customer service, transport and human resources, and we have a dedicated team of 147 employees.
Honed through careful planning, efficiency and the dedication of its staff, these departments make up the well-tuned machine that is FBC.
With FBC TV, the marketing team that we have in place for radio will also be looking after the TV marketing. So naturally our team has had to multitask, upgrade their skills, as well as upgrade everything we do and focus very much on the quality and delivery of our work. FBC also has another function, which is we put together some very creative, very fun, very innovative events which all of the public can enjoy. And when we create these events, we not only look just to focus on something that one sector of the community can enjoy, but we like to involve all of Fiji and as many of the public that can come and be involved and enjoy it as we can. So we really strive to make these events fun as well as educational and something that all of the family can enjoy.
In 2008, a hard-driven commercial focus and a change in mindset and work ethics driven by new management saw FBC's 6 stations becoming more popular than ever. As the first decade of the new millennium came to a close, FBC decided to embrace the change in times by rebranding its 6 stations. Hard work paid off in the first year when the FBC for the first time in its history recorded a profit of over $500,000 and gave staff an unprecedented bonus. But new logos, station names and a brand new corporate image weren't the only thing that FBC had in mind. FBC pursued a long-held ambition to venture into commercial free-to-air television, and the government of Fiji obliged by wholeheartedly supporting this ambitious project.
From one level, people always aspire to move up to the next level. We advance upward. We don't advance downward, even though some people prefer to go that way. The biggest challenge was to move FBC from something old to something new, from one level to the next level, from radio to television.
The moment was right not just for a truly national television service, but to also completely overhaul and improve FBC's traditional operations of radio broadcast. Years of disregard and indifference about deteriorating infrastructure had resulted in a loss of listenership, profits and reputation. It was time to set things right, and television became the conduit that led to the much-needed renovation of this 55-year-old broadcasting house. More importantly, it became the channel that led to the desperately needed acquisition of immense quantities of technical equipment that would, after decades, again put FBC on a level playing field with other broadcasters in the region. With complete support from the Bainimarama government, FBC was able to achieve results that have been unsurpassed in the international broadcasting industry, both in terms of project time and costs.
This project has been a massive undertaking, the biggest investment ever by government in the media sector. During the initial stages, even with the government guarantee, only FDB was willing to finance this project, which more or less meant the terms were dictated to us. Now this has changed, with the commercial banks recently showing interest in refinancing the project. FBC negotiated very hard to get the best terms under the circumstances. But the hard work paid off, a deal was struck, and the project became a reality.
Sleeves were rolled and the FBC team started working relentlessly towards goals that would only improve the long, iconic reputation of FBC. Plans were drafted, meticulous attention to detail were followed, intense negotiations were held with all involved in this once-in-a-lifetime project. Tradespeople to the architects, and from the gardeners to tenants like the Gloria Jean's coffee shop. While 3.5 years of late hours and stress has finally paid off, the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation today has state-of-the-art facilities and equipment that rivals long-established broadcasters in the Pacific region. Our avid staff now have extremely comfortable surroundings to work in. FBC now has structures and procedures in place that encourages high morale and even higher performance. We are working harder and smarter. We are innovative, efficient, passionate, and are proud about the FBC product and the standard of our delivery. We are working as a team to ensure that we work in an efficient, consistent and conscientious manner to provide the best radio and television service for the people of Fiji and to provide healthy returns for our shareholders, the government of Fiji. FBC is surging forward and Fiji is noticing.